Hi, my name is Hana and I'm a current Minerva University student, and I'm also a UWC alumni. I went to Pearson College in Canada where I did IB, and I know that I've always wondered while I was in high school, what is it like to be in college? Will it get harder than it was in high school? Because honestly, IB was pretty rough. Like, especially the last year of IB was quite rough, and I was wondering, like, does this ever get easier, or is it gonna be like this? Can it be any harder? Um, so I thought that I might do a little comparison. I have to say Minerva is pretty unique. It has its own educational program, and it follows its own rules. So it's probably not really representative, but I think it kind of gives also a little bit of overview of what is it like to be at Minerva. So to begin with, IB was pretty difficult. Like, it's the last 2 years of high school, so anything you do seems super important. Like, it seems like it determines your future, because you need a great GPA, you need so many extracurriculars, there are the assignments like the IAs and EE and everything in it. Like, you feel like it has to be perfect, right? Because I mean, that's what determines your score, that's what determines where you get into uni, but also you need to do something extra to, like, I don't know, make the uni choose you and everything, because I don't know why everything has to be in life so competitive, but anyways, so that's, I think, why IB was super hard. Like, especially in my second year, I don't think I did that much in the classes. Like, I don't think there were some subjects where I know that it will be really hard to catch up if I skip the class, but it was just about the content covered. It wasn't like I had to be there to understand the content. Granted, I did not take math HL, and I did marine science as well as my natural sciences course, so I think that might be why. But anyways, I think mainly why IB was hard was because everything seemed super important, which I have to say, now in college, stuff just doesn't. Like, I do much more academic wise than I did while I was in IB. It's just like more things to do, there are more assignments, and I have to prepare for like every class, and for some classes, like my programming and math class, it takes me approximately 2 hours to prepare for each, and I don't do it properly. Like, I have to say, I don't do it properly, but I have to do it, otherwise I wouldn't understand the class, and since we get graded in the class, I wouldn't get good grades or like passing grades. So I have to prepare for the classes, so it just adds up to being a lot of things to do, but it doesn't, these things don't determine my future, right? I only need to have a certain GPA to pass right now, which also is like depends person to person, because some people want the best GPA they can get because they want to get into great master's programs in 4 years, or they want to get like I don't know, super competitive internships, but that's not what I really want in life. And honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing this summer, so don't ask me what I'm gonna be doing in 4 years. So grades don't matter that much. Like, in college, grades definitely, absolutely don't matter that much, which makes everything much easier. However, the amount of things you have to do is still a lot, mainly because there's not just the academics. This might be peculiar to Minerva, because with all the traveling and all the things we have to take care of ourselves, like, I have to cook, that takes time. I have to do the life things like, I don't know, do taxes, do set up, like, do visa things, set up my life, usually like have a functioning SIM card, have a functioning phone plan, open a bank account, but that's mostly because I travel and I have to do this in every country, which adds to everything. But also I have a part-time job, an internship at the school, which takes approximately 7.5 hours a week. I say approximately because for me it's flexible. I can do less or more every week, and I have to keep some time for it because I need the money, but I also need to keep passing grades at school to be able to stay in the school. So it's also about like balancing and finding priorities, which like also that's what I think mainly IB prepares you for, because you know the saying of like, out of the three things of like good grades, social life and sleep, you can have just one, and it can be sleep. Well, that's not true because you can't function like that as a human being. So you need to find a way how to balance it all, and that kind of prepares you for college in a sense, because there are more things to balance, and academics quite frankly lose their importance because you just have more things to worry about than the academics. But that doesn't mean that they are not hard. It's quite a lot, but they are just not as important. And then always like there's the future, right? With high school it was applying to colleges, doing all the applications, asking for recommendation letters, writing essays, stuff. Surprise, surprise, it's just still same in college, only now you're doing that for internships. Like you have to put your CV together, you have to write cover letters, you have to ask for recommendation letters, and everything, and you have to like find the internships you want. Always have to somehow care for the future, manage the present and still live in the present, because honestly that's what both high school and college are about. You're trying to enjoy them because everybody tells you should. But anyways, I think honestly college gets easier to handle because you're more mature and you somehow find out what works for you, what doesn't, so you're able to handle it better.